Well, welcome back. We've been away for a while, and it is good to be back. It's been 2 weeks we've been away, handling business and life, and we're glad to be back at this time for another round of the Mr. and Mrs. Show. Amen. So, as the immortal words of, did you miss us? I can say it.
They miss you.
Huh? What you mean you don't know they miss me? I think they miss me more than they miss you. I think it is. We're gonna get a poll, y'all. Just type and send us the stuff. What you miss the most? Me, moi, y'all know. Cause it's, I know, I won't share everything, but I know. Did you miss me?
Yeah.
Truly, they miss me more than they miss you.
Well, one thing about it, you can't have a show with just a mister.
Well, now you.
You can't have a show with just a mister.
Well, we ain't gonna debate that. But we're glad to be back. We had to be away for a while. Graduation. We're gonna talk about graduation. Yeah, we had that child of ours graduate cum laude, and we were saying, "Oh Lordy," but anyway, to get out of there.
Lord, thank you, Lord.
Lord, thank you, Lordy. 4 years and counting through the ups and the downs, and the traveling and the going and the spending, and all those things over 4 years. I tell you, it was something else. Culminating in sitting in the field on a cool, warm, at the same time, Friday morning, waiting for the commencement to begin.
Yep.
And not even realizing, we did realize, but we don't, our minds are not geared to think like that, but commencement really means beginning. We look at the end, but it's really the beginning. As she is embarking on this journey of life, and we're so happy and grateful that we were able to, endure those years. And so we're talking about that tonight, as we have prepared and done some things over these 4 years that we're grateful. We're grateful that it's done, and we're glad that it's in the books, so to speak.
Yep.
And so what did you get out of that day we were sitting there? What was your thought process as you were sitting there watching your child amongst those other 400 or 500 people?
Oh, well, I was just thankful to God that He had allowed her to get that far, because I was thinking about a friend of mine that I met at the hospital, and her daughter went away to college and was struck by a drunk driver, so she never got to finish college.
I remember that.
So I thought about that while I was sitting there, and I was so thankful to God that He brought us and allowed us to be at that place, because that mother would not be able to sit there with her daughter and see her cross the stage. So I was thankful for that. I was thankful that God allowed her to continue through the pandemic.
Yeah, that's true.
That was a different thing. I'm sure there have been other things that children had gone through in school, but this was something different for children to have to complete a whole school year in the pandemic. So a lot of things were going through my mind, and I'm like him. I was thinking it was the end, but it's not the end. It's the beginning.
Yeah.
So I'm thankful for that, but I'm thankful for the beginning.
Yeah, and it's a process. In the process of time, we've seen a lot. We've seen growth. We've seen her mindset change concerning things. There's some things that we were grateful about, and there were things that we were not grateful about.
Yeah.
In everything. And it's It says your children will try you and try your nerves. What did she try you on? What's she try your nerves on? Oh, so there's a list or something there? There ain't no list. Ain't no.
There's not
there
a
ain't no
list, but there is more than one thing.
Nah.
But I tried to deal with her on an occasion about a young man.
Well, I was gonna be crazy about a young man, but I ain't.
Yeah.
We've been dealing with that since she was born, so wait a minute.
Not what? Not since she was born.
Okay, so you must be forgetting the young man who used to ride by the house in that bicycle.
Well, she wasn't no young. That was she was older, not since she was born.
You saw the hand around the wall.
Oh, wow.
Anyway. Yeah, that's the young man, so this is not nothing. The young man used to ride by the house on his bicycle. She was standing at the doorway. You know, I said, who that young man? I don't know his name. She did tell me. And so he was riding by, he stopped and he was looking, so. And I looked at her and I said, what is he doing? I said, how old is he? Tell me he's 7. I said, well, he ain't trying to be 8. He sure won't try to be 8. I think he heard me, a young man in there ride by the house no more. Time when he tell me about that little fella. And then how about the little fella that Valentine night? I'm sitting in the den on Valentine. I think she was about 16. I'm sitting in the den, what, 17?
No, she wasn't. She was probably 14, 13,
15. No, she was 15 because
we were on.
we left there in
Treetop.
17. Yeah, we left 2017. So this was 2 years when we left.
We lived there.
17. So September 17. And so we were sitting there, and I was sitting in the den. Yeah, I'm sitting there, and the doorbell rang about 10:30, quarter to 11. I don't know, ringing my doorbell this time of night. And so it was a short walk to the door. As I got to the door, I saw a car getting around that corner. He was a truck, wide open, turning that corner. What the world? The young man got in.
He was running out of the yard to the car.
The truck ran to that truck, got in that truck, and took out around that corner. I said, what in the world? Now I looked down on the floor, there was some flowers and something else he had left.
Candy and a card.
I don't know if she got, I gave it to the mama. I don't know if the girl ever got stuff. I don't know. I don't know if she got it or not, but that young man was scared to death. I don't know why would you think he was scared of me?
I don't know. I don't know. Like, we don't know what she told him. We
don't tell him my daddy crazy. Come on there, you want to. My daddy is crazy.
We don't know what she told him.
All I know is I ain't never get a glimpse of her no more. He was gone. They never come back around. Did the girl get her stuff?
Yeah.
I don't remember her getting it. I don't remember her seeing it. She ain't never tell me about it. So.
She did the same night. We had a car downstairs.
I don't remember. It was a long time ago. I just wanted to see. I wanted to see the young man come around my house at 11:30, 10:30. I want to see him. You know, I get my hands on him, but it's a minute or two. Those are things you have to deal with. But you know, you were talking about you have to deal with about a young man. I was talking about this sex started early, and you talking about navigating. See, I think you're talking about two different things. I'm talking about from a man's standpoint. You talking about navigating the heart, the hurt, the pain, the issues that women, young ladies go through when they're hurt.
Yeah.
See, I was talking about going to the hurting, the real hurting somebody. See, you know what is it? You won't talk about that way. You don't talk about something.
No.
Okay, all right.
No.
I'm just saying. So we dealt with that. And you gonna deal with it some more?
Sure. Well,
yeah, you will. But this gonna be different this time.
Yeah, because I think she's learned some things.
And I learned some things. See, you learned some things. We all learn in this process. This is a different generation. So we gotta learn on the fly. But we're gonna do what we gotta do. Respect is never out the window, so she understands that. She understands that we taught her, honor thy father and thy mother, that it may be well knows better. But I mean, this journey, it was a good journey. It's still a good journey. And, you know, and her friends became your friends.
What you mean?
Hey man, you know what I'm talking about. And not friends as in friends that they're young, they're her generation friends, but they, you know, they the respect aspect I'm talking about. Yeah, almost like a mama.
Yeah, they have. She had a few that called me mama, and a couple of them wanted to see me, so they came Friday to see me. So yeah.
So they can't see me.
They said they wanted to see
They
mama.
can't see. They want to come see me.
Anyway.
Nah, you know they can't see me. Don't even try it.
Anyway, so they came to see me. They hadn't seen me
Whatever.
in a while.
I'm gonna shoot on that.
He knew they were coming, so by the time I got out of work and got home, he done cooked dinner for them.
What are you talking about?
So, but you know what? You know what? It brings me back to. It brings me back to when I was asking the Lord for a child, and I'd been married 15 years, and the Lord took me over into Psalms 127 and 128, and He said that they would be the children are a heritage of the Lord, and He said they would be around my table. And then I didn't understand that after I only was able to have one child. I only had one. And I never understood that after that. Because I was like, Lord, you gave me this scripture and you gave me this. And so it has actually, it's happened because even Friday night, I was sitting there, my table was full of giggling, little crazy excited girls, and they were all eating and giggling and talking and laughing and happy. Yes, and then they were gonna take, hang out and spend the night or whatever. And so, off and on during the 4 years, I've had children in the house and children spend the night and what have you.
You pay the rent. They need the rent.
No, ain't paying no rent, ain't that no, they just ate your food and spend the night.
We can get some rent out of these years. They're coming too often now.
But yeah, I have a house full of girls from time to time. And, I think they'll be back again next month. So
You want a hotel?
not all of them. Some of them are staying at the house. So
I said I'm going
the
over
Lord's word is always going to be fulfilled. When He gives you something, it will come to pass. Because I was wondering how that was going to happen, and it certainly has happened.
Yeah, it did. I remember. I'm just thinking about. I said we were in Soul Winners Conference, 1998, and I remember that time we were there, and it was our second Soul Winners Conference. We went the year before. This is our second one, and that was that night. T.D. Jakes was there, and we were asked something to sow. Two things happened. I never get. Two things happened in that. We were asked to sow something. It was only $30, and so it was $30. I never was $20. $30. It was a $30 seed offering, and you whatever you needed God to do, you pray. And then He also said by the time you got home, that seed offering would multiply by 10. So I don't know what she was praying for, but I know what I was praying for. And so it was the irony was we got home we came back that weekend. That next Friday, there was a check in our mailbox for $300 from some insurance company in Florida that we didn't know anything about. We had no part of it. And never had done business with it. I don't know where that check came from, but we spent it. So that was a seed offering. And so it was a few months later when I get a phone call from the Pitt County Hospital at the time. And she had, you didn't even tell me you went to no doctor. She didn't even tell me she had gone to the doctor. But I already knew what was wrong with her when she called me.
No.
I did.
No,
I did. I already knew.
And it wasn't just the doctor. I had actually made me an appointment.
I know you did, but I didn't know about
it. To the fertility doctor.
And then he couldn't help me. I was taking money. Yeah. Anyway, she went after that prayer. She called me and she said, "I want to tell you, doctor, yeah, you're pregnant." I sure did.
I don't know what you.
I sure did. You called me.
I told you and you dropped the phone.
I did not. I told you. This is what I said. You called me and she said, "I'll tell you." I said, "I already know you pregnant." You said, "Yep."
You forget.
I didn't forget that. No. A lot of things I would forget, but I never forget that. I said it on the phone. I remember because I already knew.
Okay.
I already knew because it was there. And so the start of the journey was then. And you see that when they moved, I told y'all a couple where they moved from there, like that. It's an attack or something always. I remember vividly because see the reason I remember because she don't know what I prayed for.
I know, but
I knew that, and I knew when I was at that altar. See that's the difference. I knew then. And it won't gonna be no fertility, nothing. No, God, no fertility. That's up in the Nile in Egypt somewhere. Fertility, where they come from? Look here. There's an attack of lunacy going on right now. Y'all see it, that's why y'all. You watching? That's the craziest baby. Y'all see it? Y'all see it, losing her mind right there. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. But that's it. So the journey started, and then the journey was going to see. You don't even remember the time she was in front of the TV, do you?
Listen, watching Bishop Patterson. Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to see what you remember all that stuff.
I remember that.
And what she said?
Yeah, I can't remember all that, but I do remember she was sitting there watching Bishop Patterson. She was a little bitty thing. And she was watching it like she was an old woman.
You know what she said? She had never seen me. She had never seen me.
Right.
And she said, Bishop.
And then I think the next year
and I
we went.
Next year we went. But she had never seen it and she pointed to it. She said, Bishop. And I said, what kind of woman is this going to be? I was thinking about myself, what kind of woman this little girl going to be? Because she ain't never seen this man and he called him Bishop. But now we know. We are praising God for the gift of life because it's gonna be there's some turns, some ups and downs, but we navigated. We're here. We're just reminiscing about the past 4 years, how God had not more than 4 years, but we've seen some changes and we're going through good times, and we praise God for. Now she also is a child that. You have spoiled her.
I have.
She spoiled that child. She has spoiled that child. By that child. Sometimes I ain't know she gonna buck the child. Buy that child anything she want.
Pastor Calvin Clark.
Yeah, she buy that child anything she want. She buy that child anything she want. I don't even know. I don't even understand that right there. Buy that child anything.
He has a cash app on his phone. I don't even have one.
What's the cash app?
And he cash apping her when I don't even know nothing about it. He is cash apping her. The only thing about that is most of the time she gonna tell me, but that's him. He is the one. Now me, I didn't mind picking up that switch and tearing them legs up. I have done it even up into the teenage years, and trust me, she is 21, but she got to come to my house and respect me because I would still jump her.
I'm talking about money. You talking about beating somebody.
I'm just saying, I was the one that would tear her up. He was the one that was spoiled. Even if she was sitting there right now, he told me something. One time I was gone and he spanked her. She was like,
I sure did. She gonna respect my house.
I didn't see it.
She respect my house. You had to see it.
I didn't see it.
But no, it was like this. You gotta understand something.
Probably.
No, you don't want your child, especially your female child, growing up thinking it's okay for a man to hit her.
Just your daddy and you spank her.
No, but you don't never want to put that kind of mentality into a little girl. So I left that alone. My voice and my presence was enough to garner respect that I needed. And it still is today. She knows when I'm serious. She knows even right now that Daddy don't play. Got that right. But I mean, I don't know. This is part of what you want to. My mother's supposed to listen to her daughter.
And the husband supposed to stand behind.
And I did.
Everybody
I
knows
did.
how it's gonna feel about a man spanking you, but
Yeah.
there's a difference in a man and your father.
Yeah, put your hand on the girl, child.
Yes.
I ain't doing that. There's other ways. To do
That's
stuff.
because he ain't got a switch, you been sticking them legs.
You did that on another.
I did.
Yeah, you sure did. But you still spoiled about pocketbooks I can't even name. Little bitty thing got pocketbooks. Y'all going. I tell you what, I said, this ain't no dog, baby.
Yeah,
This ain't no
But-
dog, baby.
but-
That girl just got a designer pocketbooks and shoes. She 12.
Well, she was younger than that when you told me that.
Yeah, she
Because
sure
no,
was.
baby, this is my thing. As a parent, you might have seen me, and I didn't have it together, but I was gonna make sure that my child, whether it was a girl or a boy, I was gonna make sure my child was looking the way that she was supposed to look. Hair combs,
She took that.
dress nice.
And she took that.
Even if I didn't have, I was gonna make sure she had.
Well, you know, that's it.
And
That's it.
there's nothing to me more beautiful than I go somewhere and I see a little girl or a little boy and they're all dressed up and they're looking the way they're supposed to look. Hair comb, looking neat, haircut. That's where they're supposed to be because they didn't ask to be here.
Well, I mean, I agree with that. She took that. But she took that and ran with it.
Oh, but you bought it. Okay, but now.
No. We ain't
now
talking about that. Oh, we
she
ain't
got
talking
a
about that.
closet.
We ain't talking about that.
She got so many Nikes she could open a store. I didn't buy those.
What kind of Nike you talking about?
Tennis shoes. I didn't buy those.
I don't know what you're talking about. We're going on to another subject.
I didn't buy those. Now you want to go to another
We're going to
subject.
another subject right now. I was talking about how you spoiled.
She couldn't even walk and she was wearing Nikes.
The girl could. What are you talking
She
about?
couldn't. The first pair of Nikes she got, she could not walk.
She had on her feet, didn't she?
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
yeah.
But
She
she
had on her
couldn't
feet.
even walk.
She had on her feet. She had shoes, so.
Mm-hmm.
Now. But I didn't spoil her. She spoiled her.
She's still spoiled.
So what I'm the greatest dad with a girl dad?
Yeah, she's, you right up there with Mama.
No, the greatest.
Past that because you're a saved father. He wasn't
I
saved.
don't know about that name. You don't know about that name?
I don't.
That man was in church when he
I
died.
didn't, so I don't know what he did. I hope he
But
did.
anyway.
I hope he got himself right.
Well,
Yeah, she think this is the greatest man other than Jesus that ever walked the earth.
look.
Right, yeah. I see them do that to you.
I'm smiling.
Then her godfather come next. That's Elder Johnny Cannon. He right next. He next. Yes. She has some good role models.
Well, that's a good thing for. Yeah. So we're proud that that's where we were. We were gone and we were enjoying and taking care of things for her, getting out there. Then you can't make a promise. We made a promise to her. Wow. Whew. We had to fulfill that promise. Hot dog. So you better be glad you ain't have up one. You'd be broke by now.
No, I wouldn't. The Lord would made a way.
Well, there you go. I'm glad you understand that. The Lord will make a way somehow. But we are grateful for that. So now this journey continues, and she's going to be going to grad school. Grad school costs money too.
Well, she's trying to get a job right now.
Well, that work.
And that's the other thing I thank God for. She has always, from the time she was old enough to work, and he finally said she could work, she has had a job. She is a hard worker. She don't mind working. She work, go to school. Sometimes she work, go to school, had her own business. So she's not a lazy child, and she learned that because we're not lazy people. We got up and we went to work and we did what we had to do. So she learned that, and that's instilled in her. And she don't want to sit home and not work and collect from us. She wants to work. And so, yep, she's going to grad school, but she's already applied for work, for jobs, and waiting to hear. Not only that, she's working now where she is, but she's trying to come back this way. So I'm praying that the Lord will let her come back this way for a little while.
Too much estrogen in that house.
It'll be all right.
Too much estrogen in that house. I'm gonna tell you, I'm going to the hotel.
No, it won't. No, it
I'm going to the hotel. I'm trying
No,
to tell
it
you
won't.
that.
No, it won't. She 21 and she'll come right in and be in the bed with us. We gotta be making her go. My daddy said I can sleep over here. My daddy said I can move over. My daddy said I can come in here.
Whatever.
He said all that mess now, but he gonna move right over and move over. She'll be right in there. That's why she thinks she can get in the bed with you. From the time she got home, a little bit thing, he already had in the bed with him.
That little bitty thing. Well, we do what we can. We do what we can. I was glad to see how she persevered in her studies the last year, because that was something that she was trying to navigate personal life study, and finally I had to. I think you forgot that time when we could not get up with her. Remember that?
When you went.
Yeah, I left that morning. She won't answer my phone, so it was an hour. Everything kept going to voicemail. No, what happened was she had called the night before. And that was like 1:30. She left a message. And from 1:30 to about 8 o'clock, we couldn't get up. Nothing, not heard nothing. Roommate didn't know nothing, nobody, anything. So, of course, I got on the road. So I get there. She in the child in the bed sleep. And the phone dead and the headphones off. What in the world? So we had a long talk, anyway. And so that's because she was trying to balance personal life,
work
and school. I told her, you were sent here to study, get that workout. I think after that she kind of buckled down, and we see the fruit where she spent more time into her studies. Now, truth be told, between me and you, she could have done better, but that is I guess that's the fruit of going to a certain place where I told you your legacy cannot be what your friendship, because the friends you have now, you're not gonna have 10 years from now. I think that's where you get in trouble at trying to keep up with friends. And 10 years from now, you're not even have those friends, but you can keep up with your schoolwork and be remembered forever. So she kind of buckled down, and came out cum laude. And it could have been summa cum laude. Yeah. But either way, we're glad, we're grateful that again that she did come out. And so those are things that we had to do, and we are proud, and we are grateful to God for all that He's done, where He brought us, how He's done and kept us and her. And so we still instilling her the things of God. Amen. Amen. So anything you want to tell about this journey we're on?
Well, it hadn't just been our journey.